So hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Jeff Siegel. I'm going to be leading you through our brain and body break, a wonderful opportunity for you to pause in the middle of your workday, stand up, and start moving your body and actually embodying the types of mindsets and feelings that are going to help carry you through the rest of your day, hopefully with a little bit more ease, perhaps a little bit more joy or relaxation. Whatever it is, we'll kind of tune into helping cultivate that during our time together in conjunction with letting go of unnecessary stress or strain in your body. And so just a couple of the quick reminders, right? If you're doing this at home or in an office, right? Don't do anything that is going to bring you into pain or hurt. If you do notice sensations that are really too much or uncomfortable, stop what you're doing, move back into something that feels better, more at ease. Take care of yourself, following your own wisdom, what is going to be best for your body. Everything that I'm offering really here is an invitation. Should be available to most bodies, but recognizing that the way it looks for me and the way it shows up in my body is going to be very different than the way it might look and show up in your body. So working with your body and whatever it has to bring you today, we always want to start there with what's true for you today. And so clearing out a little bit of space, if you have the opportunity to stand up, we're going to begin standing. We're probably going to go down to the floor to just finish up. So if you do have some space on the floor, that can also be helpful. Or if you have a yoga mat or some sort of rug or pillow, that might be nice as well. So beginning, just standing, all right, with your feet underneath you, thinking about this nice, tall, length, upright body posture. And I want you to just take a moment right now, setting this intention for your body. What do you want to cultivate during this time that we have together? And this can be something very simple of just like more ease, more peace, more relaxation, right? Frame it in the sense of something more, something positive. I want you to think about what you can gain from being here. Right? Good. And then we're going to begin, all right, with our upper body, our upper back, our shoulders, our arms, and as always, with our breath. So I'm going to invite you to take your hands, interlock your fingers like this, all right? And we're going to do a little bit of breathing with stretching. So what I like to do is you're going to exhale, pushing your arms away from you, and then inhale, filling up your lungs and chest with air as you pull your arms back in. So exhale, push the arms out. Inhale, arms come in. Exhaling out. Inhaling in. And I want you to find your own flow with this. You can go faster, you can go slower. I like to listen to my breath as I'm doing this, right? Enjoy that long, soothing exhale. Feeling that sense of length and airiness, that expansion as you breathe in. And if it feels good, you can even pause at the top, or you can pause at the bottom. Recognizing there is no one right way to do this, finding the best way that's going to work with your body right now. 2 more times, breathing in and out. And then making this last one as juicy and wonderful as you can. Good. And I'm going to invite you to bring your arms overhead. So we're lifting them up overhead. Staying in this position, we're going to come into a couple side bends. So exhaling, pulling your arms up and over your head towards one side of the room. And then inhaling, coming back up to the top. Exhaling, going to the other side. Inhaling back up. Keep going here, alternating left to right. You can close your eyes if you like, if that feels nice for you, if you want to really tune in to the sensations present in your body. If you want to shift your gaze out a window, just enjoying something outdoors, if you've been stuck inside all day. And just letting your body guide you, lead you through this movement, finding that end range that feels like a nice productive stretch, and then coming back to the top one last time. Breathing in, breathing out, and then just letting the arms drop down to your sides. Pausing for a moment, checking in with your body, again, noticing what you feel here. Maybe there's some lingering sensation in the shoulders. We're gonna do a couple shoulder rolls to help release some of that out. So just pulling the shoulders in and forward, lifting them up towards your ears, squeezing your shoulder blades together, and then letting them drop down. So going here, breathing in and up, and then exhaling out and down. Excellent. This one always feels so good. Pretty much there's never not a time in the day where a couple shoulder rolls does not enhance whatever it is that you're doing. One more time, big circles, and then dropping down. All right, we're gonna work a little bit into the neck here. So taking one hand, gently placing it right up on the top of your head, and beginning to slowly pull the head to the side, creating some length from your ear down towards your shoulder. All right, and then I'm gonna have you take your other hand and actually wrapping it around your torso. All right, placing it right on the side of your rib cage and just applying a little bit of gentle pressure both to the side of your ribs and to the side of your head. Allow your eyes to look up, diagonally up, all right, away from the floor. Breathe in, breathe out. Keeping that gaze, looking up and away. And this can actually be an incredibly powerful position to help reset your vagus nerve, sending these signals to your body to kind of increase that vagal tone, which helps shift your body into this state of relaxation, of recovery. Holding it in whatever way feels just the right amount of pressure for you, and then beginning to release, letting your head come back up to center, let your arms drop. Again, notice what's going on there. We're gonna go into the other side, always to help balance things out. So lifting the hand up on top of the head, wrapping that other arm around your chest. All right, applying a little bit of pressure here to the side of your ribs, giving yourself almost like a little hug, squeezing your ribs in your chest, letting your head drop down and away. Shift those eyes, look that up at the corner of your room, just letting your gaze move up. Breathe in, breathe out, applying whatever amount of pressure feels right for you. Just holding this position for a few deep breaths, in and out. And relaxing your jaw, your mouth, keeping your gaze shifted upwards. And slowly beginning to unwind yourself out of that position, coming back to center and finding your alignment. Great. Next position, I'm gonna have you cross your arms. All right, you're gently just gonna rest your arms right here on the top of your shoulders. All right, as if you're kind of gonna wrap yourself around, give yourself a little hug or a little bit of a rub. All right, now check in with yourself, pause, notice, how are you being right now? Okay, are you forcing your way through this? Are you not having a good time? Because sometimes that's just sort of your pattern, right? Are you trying to kind of rush and get through all these moves, right? Are you trying to do them to the extreme or to the max? So just noticing, how do you want to be as you're doing this? Right? How do you want to be? And see if you can identify a word. Maybe you just want to be a little bit more relaxed. Maybe you want to be a little bit more calm, at ease. Just recognizing, right? You can change, you can embody that quality as we work here. So from this position, we're just going to go into a couple back bends. So just arching your back up, all right? And then exhaling, coming back down. This might be a very small move. It doesn't have to be very large, but we're gently just shifting, trying to work through our thoracic spine, breathing in and out. Again, trying not to crank your head and neck back. You want that movement to be coming from your upper back. A little bit of this back lean, and then coming back to center. And then as you establish your center position, we're going to go into a bit of a circular motion. So keeping your hands here, are rolling back to one side, moving to the back, rolling to the other side, and then coming back to center. And then just alternating. Again, noticing how you're being as you're doing this, right? Is it really controlled? And if it's really controlled, maybe just trying to let it be a little more fluid. Right? If it feels really tense, inviting in that ease. If you're really self-conscious about how this looks, right? Recognizing, right? This is just your opportunity to be here with your body, in your body. And it's not about how it looks. It is about how you are relating to your body, to the feelings. And you can do all of this with intention, breathing in and breathing out. Nice big circles. And one more time. Coming back to center, relax those arms down again. And this time, actually, just let your arms swing loose. So you're swinging the arms a little bit forward and backwards. Okay. And then I'm going to invite you into a little bit of a shoulder tap. So you can let your thumbs kind of gently tap against your shoulders at the top. We're just bending our elbows. Nice little pause here in that motion. Letting the arms swing. Inviting in, again, that fluidity. Just let the arms and gravity do what they need to do right now, as long as you're not smacking anything or anyone. Good. And we can actually switch up the pattern a little bit. So I like this. So it's like you bring one arm forward and the other arm back. All right, as if you're doing a little bit of sort of cross-country skiing. All right, still getting that nice little shoulder tap, driving, lifting that elbow forward. And what you want to do is you want to allow that twisting action to happen kind of through your upper back, just as your breastbone shifts a little bit to the left, shifts a little bit to the right. Breathing as you're doing this. Good. And shaking all of that out, just shake the arms out. All right, shake the wrists out, shake the elbows out, let it go out in any way that feels good for you. Okay. And I'm gonna have you reach your arms out to the side, turn your palms up, okay? And then we're gonna do similar, we're gonna have you tap one shoulder and kind of look in the opposite direction, and then switch, tap the other shoulder, look out at that extended hand. Going from left to right. Again, noticing how you're going through this motion with ease or with control, with fun or with friction. Breathe as you're doing this, breathing in, breathing out. And then we can add in a little bit of a twist. So you can twist that elbow forward, twist that elbow forward, alternating one arm swinging behind you, other arm pushing out in front. And if you're like, this is too much coordination, I don't know, I'm feeling all discombobulated, slow it down, let it go, drop it. All right, it is okay. Breathing in, breathing out. Good, reaching both arms out to the side, bending those elbows, so we're here. All right, I want you to try to pull your elbows together, touching your hands and your forearms right there in front of your face, and then shifting, opening those arms up as wide as you can behind you. So we're gonna go from here, exhale, drop the chin, tuck the elbows in, inhale, open the chest, pull the elbows behind you. Keep shifting here, front and back. Again, smiling is always encouraged as you're doing any of these movements. You're gonna get more out of it if you slow it down, paying attention, trying as best as you can to keep that sense of curiosity of like, hey, I didn't know that my body felt this way, or I felt something I didn't feel before, or like, oh, I didn't even know I could do this. This is great. Breathing in, breathing out. And one more time, letting it go. letting the arms relax. We're going to do 1 or 2 more arm moves, and we're going to work ourselves down into the rest of the body. All right. So this time I'm going to have you take one hand and just reach across your body as if you're going to slide your hand in your pocket. So your thumb is pointing behind you. And I like to think of this one as like if I had a sword and I'm unsheathing my sword, I'm going to reach that arm up and out to the side and then close that arm back down. So breathing in and up, exhale back down. And then follow your hand with your eyes, tracing your hand through space. Again, important to pay attention to our gaze, what we're looking at. So much of our days are spent staring at tiny little boxes. It's important to allow your eyes to both broaden, looking out at the horizon, as well as tracking different movements. Breathing in and out. Enjoy this, get a little flowy with it. You can dance, it can be graceful, right? Or it cannot be graceful. That's totally fine too. Let it go, go to the other side. Again, reaching across the body as if you're gonna grab your sword out of your pocket, reaching up, and then exhale. Breathe in and out. If you're not sure what to do with that other arm, don't worry about it. Just let your body decide. If it feels like it wants to move, you can move it. If it just wants to dangle there, just let it dangle there. Again, watching your hands move through space, twisting your thumb back and then forward. Really reach through your fingers. Try to get some length through that arm as you're twisting and opening. Breathing in, breathing out. One more time. And exhaling, letting it go. Great. We're going to come into one of my favorite activities, which is just a little bit of a bounce. So we're going to start down in your ankles, are just getting a little bounce, softening your knees, getting your hips, your shoulders, your elbows. I just want you to shake it out and then get a little wild with it. You can twist, all right? You can let everything just kind of jiggle, shake in any way that's going to feel good for you. We're going to spend about 30 seconds just getting a little bounce. All right, it's a great way to wake up your body, get all that energy flowing, but it's also a good way, all right, to stimulate your lymphatic system and to really help remove anything that you don't need to hold on to. So we'll just let go of all that energy, that stale energy that maybe isn't serving you for today. Breathe, shake it out, wiggle, jiggle, keep going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. Stand up nice and tall. Turn your palms open, hands out to the side. Right? This is this pose of saying yes, this pose of welcoming. So just asking yourself, like, what am I welcoming into this moment? What am I welcoming into this day? You know, what would I like to welcome into the rest of my day today? Noticing how it feels, you can embody this. And then we're going to work ourselves into our hips and our spine a little bit, right? So placing your hands just right down on the side of your hips. All right, work on a little bit of these pelvic tilts. So I kind of dip my pelvis forward, pull my pelvis back, right? My upper body is going to sway a little bit forward and backwards. Noticing how that feels. And then growing that motion a little bit. So I want you to dip forward even a little bit more and then pull yourself back. Dip forward even a little bit more, pull yourself back. Keep going. See how far you can dip your pelvis forward before your back starts rounding. At some point, your spine's going to begin to round, and that's okay. I want you to do that too. So keep coming down each time, maybe dropping down an inch deeper. Letting your head fall down towards your knees. Breathe in as you lift, exhale as you come down. And one more time, then I'm going to invite you just to fold forward and just stay down here in this position. All right. If you want to take your hands down towards the ground, you can do that. If you'd like to grab your elbows, you can do that and just dangle. And then swaying a little bit from the left to the right. Relax your head, relax your neck.
Breathing in, breathing out. Good. And from there, bend your knees, putting your hands all the way down on the floor. All right. And I want you to adjust yourself, slowly coming into a bit of a down dog position. So spreading your hands and feet out a couple of feet, spreading your fingers out, spreading your toes out, and then see if you can shift that weight through your hands, pushing your arms into the floor, and then letting those legs and those heels drop down. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale. See if you can let go of the tension anywhere where it doesn't need to be held. Breathe in, breathe out, just holding this position. Again, noticing how you are being in this position. Is it very controlled? Is it very hesitant? Like, is it not very fun? Can you make it more fun? Or at least a little bit more uh, easy for you to access the stretch from this position. Breathe. And then beginning to bend your knees, dropping down onto the floor. All right, I'm coming into a little bit of a cat and cow action. Again, if you have a something to put under your knees just for comfort, that can be really helpful. All right, and what we'll do here is we'll pull our bellies down, we'll lift our heads, we'll lift our tailbones as well. And then we're gonna exhale, pull the belly in, arch the spine, drop the head. Great stretch, extending and flexing. Paying attention to how do you want to be going through this? And again, if the answer is relaxed, with ease, with enjoyment, then slowing it down, finding a way to be in this position with a little bit more ease, right? You don't have to force it. It's not about doing this move in some perfect fashion. About being in your body with intention. Breathe in and out. And if you want to go into a little side bend, you can kind of twist from one side, twist to the other side, or you can get kind of 360 degrees. Feel free to make up any other sort of wiggles that feel nice to you. You don't have to be stuck in this one pattern. So just taking a moment here to explore the space with your hips, with your head, with your shoulders, right? As if you were a cat or a dog, right? Some of our wonderful four-legged friends, you'll see them do all sorts of stretches and things with their bodies. We can do the same, and it is good for us to take this opportunity to mobilize our spines, to let our joints flow freely in all sorts of different directions, as long as that feels safe and comfortable for you. And then slowly beginning to tuck your toes under. See if you can pull your knees back up. We're going to go back through our down dog position. So stretching one more time here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, how can you be in this posture with intention? And we're going to slowly come out of this by walking our hands back towards our feet, bending your legs as much as you need, coming into that forward fold. And then beginning to stand up, beginning to rise. Let your arms dangle nice and long, and then let them come back down to your side. Coming back up to our tall standing position. Good. And I'm going to have you reach your arms out in front of you like this. All right, our final posture for the day, as if you were giving something. And I want you to think about, what can you give? What would you like to give today? What can you contribute? Maybe as you step back into the rest of your workday, with your coworkers, your colleagues, or maybe with family or friends. So just thinking for a moment, what can I give? And noticing how it feels to be in your body right now relative to before we started, right? What sort of different sensations are present? And remembering that, because that's going to be a wonderful source of fuel and motivation for you to do this again. So taking your hands, placing them together, a big thank you. All right. You can give yourself a clap. You can give yourself an applaud. All right. You can give yourself a little rub, whatever feels really wonderful for you. Thanks for taking this opportunity to move your body and to work together in this embodied mind and physical way.
I look forward to seeing you again.